Welcome to today's edition of the news. First, a look at the headlines. NPP forms majority in the JHDC with UDP independent support. NPP's Thombor Shivat set to lead the Jayanthe Hills Autonomous District Council as a CEM. The Voice of the People party huddles up with party functionaries and newly elected MDCs to finalize the post of the CEM in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council. Meghalaya Congress draws blank in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council poll. Congress leadership under scrutiny. And Voice of the People's Party alleges muscle and money power in the JHDC. Ruling NPP refutes it. And now the news in detail. The National People's Party NPP is poised to lead the Executive Committee EC in the Jayanthe Hills Autonomous District Council JHDC, backed by its ally United Democratic Party UDP and the two independent candidates. Thombor Shivat will take over as a Chief Executive Member CEM and Lasky Rimbai from the UDP will continue as a Deputy CEM. The NPP, which won 13 seats and now forms a majority with the UDP's 3 seats and the support of independents Violet Lingdor and Moonlight Parriott, bringing the total to 18 seats in the 29-member council. A meeting was held to solidify the coalition's position, with NPP's W.R. Karluki acknowledging their team effort in securing a win.
Ultimately, we have 13, so ultimately it will be the NPP who lead the executive committee.
So, with your coalition partners?
Yes. We MDA. Actually, MDA won from in Jayanthe Hills Autonomous District Council.
I've seen the performance of the party in Jayanthe Hills. I think is very good. If you look back during the MP election, all the 7 seats were by the UPP. But now we got 13 seats. I'm very satisfied with that. I think we will form the government. We'll form the EC in the Jayanthe Hills Autonomous District.
The Voice of the People Party, VPP, has not yet announced its choice for the Chief Executive Member CEM of the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council, KHDC. The party is currently holding discussions with its 17 newly elected members from the KHDC as well as the newly elected 8 members in the JHDC to decide on the CEM and other members of the Executive Council in the KHDC. Additionally, it is highly anticipated that the VPP will take an opposition stance in the JHDC after not forming the leadership there.
Because the VPP is very distinct in its ideology. So, as I said, that even when we try to form the government after the 2023 election, we put certain conditions before joining any coalition. So our principles, they come first. Our ideology comes first before anything else. So we will accordingly take action as per those lines.
The Congress party's failure to secure any seats in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council has drawn concern, with State Working President Pinchgain N's aim stating that Vincent H. Pala, the party's state whip, needs to evaluate the party's leadership and the reasons behind the defeat. With poor results in both the 2023 Assembly elections and the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, the Congress now faces a difficult path forward. Its aim has stressed that the party needs to engage in deep reflections to determine the causes of its underperformance in the recent ADC elections.
Plus MBC mengenai berapa jam minut, plus kejadian mana election, dia nasu bakal dika jisu diklik jauh yang, berkat dagui berkat.
The National People's Party experienced a significant setback in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council elections, winning only 4 out of the 25 seats. Despite the unexpected results, the NPP remains a strong force and will assume the opposition role in the KHDC. Spokesperson H.M. Shampliang emphasized that the party will conduct a thorough evaluation of its performance, focusing on areas that need improvement. NPP is committed to providing a robust opposition to serve the people effectively in the years to come.
Maybe I would not like to say that it is a vote against the government. People maybe they wanted a change in the district council, and yes, we are in the government, the party is in the government under the leadership of Conrad Sangma, and we will continue to serve the people even more better. If there are lapses somewhere or there are drawbacks somewhere, we'll try to find out and try to correct those issues wherever there are, and we would like to serve the people.
VPP spokesperson Batskem Mirbo acknowledged that money and muscle power heavily influenced the outcome of the JHDC elections, making it a tough contest. However, he expressed optimism, stating that the VPP's presence in the region has already begun to change the political environment. The party secured 8 seats, falling short of its target, but believes that through political education and awareness, it will perform better in the future elections. Mirbo cited challenges in sensitive and hypersensitive polling stations as key factors for the party's performance.
That money power and muscle power prevented...
As per the reports that we received, yes, those play a very important role in this election. And but as I said, this intervention of the VVP has brought a lot of change in the in the political environment in the areas of the JHDC, and we believe that in the future, with the with the penetration of the VPP and with the political education, political awareness that the PPP would be bringing in the Jain Hills districts, we believe that one day we will be able to perform very well. But as I said, we express our gratitude and thankfulness to the people of Jain Hills.
NPP senior leader and Deputy Chief Minister Skeobha Langdhar today denied using muscle and money power to win the JHDC polls. He claimed that despite the parties not doing well in KHDC, the vote share of the party has increased from 1.87 lakh to 2.8 lakh in Khasi Hills region. At the same time, he said that the VPP's vote share in 9 months' time from last MP elections has reduced to 3.7 lakhs from 5.7 lakhs.
Election ni muscle power kampudan kipai ba ki wen ki wan the vote ya vote de boborom ni te so namani o khalai sit mud use muscle power la pila ki muscle power lay for a small example give you picking by shot yeng yo tu rong ba sang badim dengan arwan hantura ile pa de kicking use muscle power the small the ki job khanu sit has ngin only keep use muscle power. No, we respect the mandate. Why we should blame each other? We have to respect the mandate to people.
The KHDC elections saw a notable number of voters casting their votes for NOTA or none of the above, signalling dissatisfaction with the candidates on offer. While the use of NOTA has not historically influenced election outcomes in Meghalaya, its growing use, especially in the urban areas like Nongpo and Panthor Umkra, indicates a shift in voters' expectation and a desire for alternative candidates. The highest percentage of NOTA votes was recorded in Nongtamai, further highlighting a trend towards rejecting the available choices. Post-election unrest has been reported in a few areas following the ADC results. A scuffle broke out in Meghalaya between supporters of VPP candidate Edison Karumnoit and independent candidate Tabor Pathau. Police intervened to prevent further escalation. Another violent incident occurred in Narwan village, East Jaintia Hills, where the house of the former headman was attacked by a mob allegedly backed by VPP supporters. Authorities have deployed additional police forces to ensure peace in these areas. The declaration of results for the KHDC and the JHDC marks a growing sense of public expectation for the newly elected representatives. Former Shillong College Principal MPR Lingdaw highlighted the responsibility of the councils in safeguarding traditions, customs and community resources, which remain key concerns for the public. Similarly, FKJGP President Dundee C. Kongsit pointed out that the public is counting on the councils to protect the language, land and environment of the region, further raising expectations for what the new leadership will accomplish.
Petition ba kum na kalyang jongi kum kaseng kalong ba lingba kanika regulation and administration of land acts ba 2021 ni kwa ba nakalyang joka KHDC kan tray borba ya ka ba kariban lech kini ki border area ki jongi ni ki rilom khasi ki jongi kalong ba kin lech ban registered ya ki jaka ki puta jongi The
Meghalaya High Court has reprimanded St. Anthony's Lower Primary School for demolishing its 72-year-old building without obtaining permission from the court, despite being aware of a prior order. The school management proceeded with the demolition during the Christmas break. In response, the court has instructed the school to submit an affidavit explaining its action by March 17, 2025. The court has allowed reconstruction of the building but emphasized that the new structure must maintain the original architectural essence. Meghalaya is ramping up its adventure tourism sector with plans to document and map hiking trails and promote adventure sports like paragliding. The state is also prioritizing infrastructure development, including a homestay scheme aimed at supporting local communities and providing economic opportunities. The government is pushing for improved services, including helicopter tourism, by developing heliports in strategic locations like Sora. These steps aim to position Meghalaya a top adventure destination while empowering local guides and businesses.
Adventure tourism is a very important, vertical under Meghalaya tourism, because we know that we have beautiful caves, we have beautiful trekking routes, we have, beautiful waterfalls, and we have a multi-pronged approach. One is definitely we want to build the capacity of our local service providers, build further capacity of the tourism service providers so that the best, trained people, manpower is available.
And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature recorded was 30 degrees Celsius, while the maximum temperature was 16 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 34 degrees. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 7.4 degrees Celsius, while the maximum temperature was 18.3 degrees Celsius, with the relative humidity being 60%. Meanwhile, in July, the minimum temperature recorded was 9 degrees Celsius, with the maximum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, the relative humidity being 41%. And for the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juai, say that light to moderate rain is likely to occur at isolated places. We conclude a look at the headlines once again. NPP forms majority in the JHDC with UDP independent support. NPP's Thombor Shivat set to lead the Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council as the CEM. The Voice of the People party huddles up the party functionaries and newly elected MDCs to finalize the post of the CEM in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council. Meghalaya Congress draws blank in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council poll, Congress leadership under scrutiny. And the Voice of the People party alleges muscle and money power in JHDC, ruling NPP refutes it. And that's a wrap of today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us, and from all of us here is wishing you good night.